this stupid sleepover stop being harmless? I was 15 and my parents were going out of town for my dad's work conference. They'd never left me alone overnight before, so I convinced them to let my 3 best friends stay over. What could go wrong with 4 teenage guys and a whole house to ourselves? My friends Tyler, Brandon, and Austin showed up Friday night with enough junk food to feed an army. We planned to stay up all night playing video games, watching movies, and just being idiots like we always did. Everything started normal. We ordered pizza, played some Call of Duty, argued about who was better at Mario Kart. Around midnight, Brandon suggested we sneak out and walk to the 7-Eleven for more snacks. The store was only 6 blocks away, seemed harmless enough. That's when Tyler had his brilliant idea. Dude, what if we broke into the old Hartley house on the way back? The Hartley place had been empty for 2 years since Mrs. Hartley died. It sat at the end of our street, completely dark every night, with tall weeds growing through the front porch. All the neighborhood kids said it was haunted, but really it was just creepy and abandoned. That's breaking and entering, Austin said. But you could tell he was interested. It's not breaking if the door's already unlocked, Tyler shot back. Besides, who's gonna catch us? It's like 1 a.m. Brandon was immediately on board. Come on, it'll be fun. We'll just look around for 5 minutes and leave. I should have said no. I was the one whose parents trusted me to stay home alone. But peer pressure is a hell of a thing when you're 15 and don't want to look scared in front of your friend. We grabbed flashlights and headed out. The walk to 7-Eleven was fine. We bought our snacks and started heading home. When we got to the Hartley house, Tyler walked right up to the back door and tried the handle. It was unlocked. See, we're not breaking anything, he whispered, and pushed the door open. The house smelled like dust and something else I couldn't identify. Something sweet and rotten. We turned on our flashlights and started exploring. The kitchen was full of dirty dishes and old food that had been sitting there for months. Fruit flies everywhere. The living room had furniture covered in white sheet. Family photos still hung on the walls, which made everything feel extra creepy, like Mrs. Hartley was still watching us. That's when we heard the noise upstairs. A slow, rhythmic thumping sound. Like someone walking around. What the hell was that? Brandon whispered. We all froze, listening. The sound came again. Footsteps. Definitely footsteps moving across the floor above us. Maybe it's just the house settling, Austin said, but his voice was shaking. Tyler, being Tyler, decided to investigate. Let's go check it out. Are you insane? I hissed. If someone's up there, we need to leave right now. But Tyler was already heading for the stairs. The rest of us followed because nobody wanted to stay downstairs alone. Each step creaked under our feet, sounding impossibly loud in the silence. At the top of the stairs, we could hear the footsteps more clearly. They were coming from the master bedroom at the end of the hall. Tyler crept toward the door, which was slightly open. He peered inside and immediately went white as a sheet. We need to go, now, he whispered, backing away from the door. What did you see? Brandon asked. Just go. Go now. But it was too late. The footsteps stopped, and we heard a voice from inside the bedroom. Who's out there? It was a man's voice, rough and angry. We heard him moving toward the door. We ran, down the stairs, through the kitchen, out the back door. We didn't stop running until we were back at my house, completely out of breath and terrified. What did you see in there? I demanded once we caught our breath. Tyler was shaking. There was a guy sleeping in the bed, like actually living there. Clothes everywhere, food containers, the whole place set up like someone's been staying there for weeks. We just broken into a house with a squatter living inside, someone who was probably not happy about being discovered by 4 teenagers with flashlights. That's when Austin noticed his wallet was missing. I had it at 7-Eleven, I'm sure of it. I must have dropped it in the house. His driver's license was in that wallet, with his full name and address. We spent the next hour debating whether to go back for it, but there was no way any of us were going near that place again. We decided to just hope the guy inside hadn't found it. Saturday morning, Austin's parents got a phone call from someone claiming to be a police officer. The man said Austin had been caught trespassing and vandalism, and that he needed to come down to the station immediately to avoid serious charges. Austin's dad almost drove him there before Austin broke down and told the truth about what happened. His parents called the real police, who said no officer had made that call. The squatter had found Austin's wallet and was trying to scam his family. Police went to the Hartley house and found the guy, along with evidence that he'd been breaking into other empty houses in the neighborhood. Turned out he was wanted for burglary in 3 different counties. When they searched his stuff, they found detailed notes about several families in our neighborhood, including mine, our addresses, what cars we drove, when we usually left for work or school. He'd been watching us. If we hadn't accidentally discovered him that night, who knows what he might have done. The police said he had a history of home invasions and assault. What started as a stupid sleepover prank ended up helping catch a dangerous criminal who was planning to rob our neighbor. But it also could have gotten us killed if things had gone differently. I never told my parents exactly what happened that night. They just know their responsible son helped solve a crime during his first weekend home alone. Sometimes being stupid works out, but I never want to be that lucky again.